Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we finally take a look at this amazing piece and we find out all the opportunities the contrast paints brings to the table. Now I know this is not exactly a new mini, it has been quite a while since GW released it, but better late than never. Let me be clear, this was the fastest impulse buy I ever did. And I suspect that this miniature will be in the future the sole reason why I dip my toes in the Age of Sigmar. I immediately fell for this fig, but as I was assembling and cleaning it, I got actually scared. You know, Games Workshop has this exceptional skill of walking a line between a lot of details and too many details on the character. Well, most of the time. Now this fella, he is quite a busy boy. There are so many little details and things, and let me tell you, it can be really overwhelming. So I thought, what would be the best way to deal with such project? And then I just started throwing contrast paints around and hope for the best. For real now. I started with series of undercoat, going from purple to magenta and orange, all the way to bold white. Going more and more from the top of the mini and covering less surface. This creates a very nice gradient over the whole miniature, with the highest value on top going almost to the white, but still keeping the nice and rich shadows in the purple. This can only be achieved by inks or contrasts, or products with really low opacity. With that idea, I wanted to stay within the territory of contrast paints and heavy washes, to really see what this product is capable of. So with that, the next stage, you could say color blocking, turned up to be the most fun I had with the mini in a while. And it really ended up as me just throwing paint all around and waiting for the result. I wanted to use the fluidity of the paint, really thin down and wet blended all the different colors together. You can see that my choice of colors is all over the place. I tried to keep in the Nurgle theme and went for a lot of greens, purples, pinks and browns. Not really going for that one for shadow and one for highlight style, but trying to be more fluid with the process and blending the different colors into each other. But the process was not that simple. It really came down to a fast and messy work. But as you can see, the result looks actually good. The fact that the purple in the shadows from the undercoat gets more prominent with the purple contrast in the lower parts of the mini ties the whole thing together. For the metallics, I use neutral silver and continue the trend of contrast paints, mixing that into the silver. For the chainmail, I use this blue-grey, and for the main armor and weapon, I used brown copper-ish paint. But as you can see, the mixture is more of a gold, so I included a little red for the more brass feeling. And honestly, with that, the mini is finished. The blend of colors, done with the contrast paints, is more than enough for any tabletop standard, and it took me about 2 to 3 hours to get here from the grey plastic. But it still needs some refinement in some places, so I went for the wet palette. This step is very simple. I just took 2 shades of every color from the contrast paint step, and with that, it took me about an hour to do some refining and increasing the vibrancy of some colors, mainly greens and purples, and giving the cloth and skin some texture to break the smooth finish left by the contrast paints. But as I said, this step is really optional and is more of a relaxing exercise at the end of the work. It is really amazing how much value the products like a contrast paint gives you. And it is always a good practice to have the knowledge of all the different types of products available for your projects. And I hope this video will show you some of the ways to make use of it. And here are the final results. This model is just incredible, and even with my limited skill set, the results are quite impressive. As you can probably guess, this is just the beginning for a large project I hope to see done someday, and I will take you through the whole process. So subscribe for more of my content and like if you enjoyed this one, and I will see you very soon. Bye!